Now that we're familiar with the MSD Atomic EFI system, let's install it on a car. This is a 64 Chevelle with a 300 horsepower 350. Let's get started. We're going to start our work under the car. Now, since we have access to this two-post lift, we're going to use it. But if you're at home using a floor jack and jack stands and a creeper, you can do this job. Just make sure you support the car evenly, chock the wheels, and work safely. The only part of the entire installation that requires welding is installing the O2 sensor. It'll go into either header or exhaust head pipe, and what you got to do is find a place that's nice and flat, about 6 to 8 inches away from where the tubes merge. We can see it right here. Some headers have this already installed, but in case they don't, the kit comes with a bung that you can weld in. Some important things to keep in mind about this is you never want to install the O2 sensor in an exhaust system that has any kind of a leak upstream. It'll send false readings of fuel-air mixture. So again, no header leaks upstream of the O2 sensor. And also, if you're going to mount this to a curve, make sure that you're on the inside of the curve, never on the outside, because again, you get a leaner mixture and inaccurate readings on the outside of any kind of a curved exhaust pipe. And most of all, make sure you install it so that it's not going to hang too low or interfere with other parts of the car. Mounting the fuel pump is pretty straightforward, but does require a little bit of planning. In our case, we're going to be using the stock in-tank pickup unit. Keep in mind, we have 300 horsepower, so the 5/16 diameter is fine. If you have a lot of power, like 500 or more, you might want to think about resizing the pickup to 3/8 or larger to make sure you have adequate supply. Speaking of fuel supply, every Atomic pump does come with 3/8 inlet and outlet fittings, and it's nice. There's a barb fitting, rubber hose goes right on, no need for metric fasteners or any kind of weird fittings you're going to find. It's all right here. Now, the pump itself can be mounted either in the tank or externally. Keep in mind the pumps are all marked with a flow direction arrow. You want to be sure to mount it so that the flow is pointing toward the front of the car, because pumps are designed to push fuel, not to pull it from the tank. So keep in mind for mounting, keep it down low so it's self-priming. The gravity will route the fuel into the inlet, and from there it goes forward to the front of the car. When it comes to running the fuel lines, there are a couple of different choices. The MSD Atomic is capable of being run with a return style or a returnless system. Now, in a returnless mode, it's ideal to put the pump into the tank. Okay, let's run some fuel lines. In any fuel system, clean fuel is essential. In this situation, we'll be running a pre-filter and a post-filter. The pre-filter, of course, operates at about 6 psi. Make sure the fuel coming from the tank into the pump is clean. Keep in mind, they're both unidirectional. Make sure you've got them going in the right direction for proper operation. But before we crank down on our hose clamps, I want to show you something. Your car may be equipped with hose clamps that look like this or like this. Don't use them. That's because they're meant for carbureted fuel systems which run maybe 6 or 7 psi. The EFI on this car will go 30 to 70 psi, so we want to be sure to use the clamps that are included in the kit. And these are EFI specific hose clamps that do a much better job of clamping the hose to the fitting. Again, make sure you use these on your system. With the fuel pump and pre-filter in place, now we can run the rubber fuel line. Now, the MSD Atomic Master Kit comes with plenty of high-quality woven fuel line to handle pretty much any automobile installation. We're going to run it along with the factory steel line, nice safe place, avoiding pinch points and sources of heat. As for the secondary filter, we found a spot right here in the frame rail. We drilled a 1/4-inch hole, and we're going to mount this right here. It's nice and safe inside the frame rail, doesn't hang too low. It'll work out just fine. Well, with the fuel system in place, the simplicity continues. The fuel pump at the back of the car takes a single wire from the front to the back. This orange guy, we've routed it along with the fuel line away from heat sources and pinch points. And of course, at the pump, there's also a ground wire that goes to the body of the car.